Lots of pressure, a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. Hi guys, TJ Davis here, founder of Lifey365.com, and welcome back to my channel for my bump date. First off, today I wanted to say thank you to everybody for all of your well wishes, your thoughts, and your prayers regarding our son Thomas. Nothing has been cleared up or resolved yet. We are waiting for some things to happen this week, and so then hopefully we'll know more finally. It's hard being in limbo. Let's be honest, he has a court appearance that he has to go to, and that will be on Wednesday. So hopefully there will be something. I mean, just some kind of information of some sort of, you know, what's going on, and that will relieve a little bit of stress. So that will be something, but thank you, I wanted to say, for all of your thoughts and prayers. We definitely appreciate it. We can feel the love, and it's nice to have a community where people can surround you and say, hey, I'm sorry this is happening to you, but our thoughts and prayers are with you and we're thinking about you. So I wanted to say thank you for that so much. Okay, second thing is, we still don't have a tea name. Here's what I have decided to do. I am going to do a giveaway for a tea name. So there are going to be some rules and things that I need you guys to follow, because I'm sure you can imagine that we are getting a massive amount of duplicate names, and there's a few that I've seen that we can't actually use for a few reasons, and I'll give you those in that giveaway video. But I want you to be heads up on that. I will get that video done soon because, as you know, this is 36 weeks and we're going to need a name here pretty quick. So we've got to get the giveaway done quickly so we can get a list of names going. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, now for the bump date. We are done with 36 weeks, and that's where we are. I actually tried to film a 35-week bump date, but it did not work. My camera was not cooperating, so I scrapped it and said I'll do it later. So here we are, 36 weeks. I had an appointment at 33 weeks, but baby was only measuring 31 weeks. So that was definitely something that they wanted to keep an eye on. And again, I had only gained 1 pound, which put me up at 18 pounds at that point. So my 33-week appointment, I mean, everything else was fine. I did gain the 1 pound, but she measured 31 weeks, so they wanted to keep an eye on that. They didn't suggest any ultrasounds or anything like that. So my next appointment was 35 weeks, and they measured again, and now baby she measured 34 weeks. So she had gained the 3 weeks in there, still not quite on track as far as, you know, me measuring is what they were measuring. But I'd gained another pound, so I am up to 19 pounds now. So still gaining weight, still eating and drinking, and everything is going good. So they said that's not necessarily a concern at this point, but of course, obviously, they're going to continue to measure every single week. I haven't heard anything about a growth scan or anything like that. I know in general, a lot of women get growth scans somewhere between 36 and 38 weeks, but they haven't mentioned that to me yet, so I'm not sure what is going on with that. We did kind of touch on the inducing at 39 weeks, which I am all for at this point. And so I'm sure we will talk about that a little bit more as time progresses. I do have another appointment tomorrow, and I will, let's see, yes, it's tomorrow. I will technically be 36 weeks, 2 days, I think. So we will see how that goes. So in general, my symptoms for pregnancy, as you can see me shifting around right now, I can't stand in one place for too long. My hips will start to hurt, but in general, as long as I'm moving, my hips don't hurt too bad, neither does my back. So that is really, really nice, because they did really hurt there in the beginning, in that second trimester, for quite some time. But that's getting better. Sleep in general is hit and miss. I have really good nights where I think if my husband wasn't snoring like a freight train, I could probably sleep in bed decently all night, or at least, you know, have to get up every 2 hours to go to the bathroom. But I mean, that's decent without, you know, hips hurting and back hurting, I think. I don't know. I haven't actually been able to sleep in my bed for quite some time because the hubby is snoring. If anybody has any surefire ways to keep your spouse from snoring, please leave them in the comments below. We have tried lots of things. Obviously the nose strips, and you know, he doesn't drink dairy anymore, so we've gotten rid of that. And let's see what else. I have the humidifier going because I am also congested, which is a problem. And so let's see what else. He's also been drinking, I think it's called tart cherry. I think that's just what it's called, tart cherry. And so he's been drinking that. It's supposed to help with your circulation and all of those things too. And that was helping for a little while, and then I don't know what happened. It stopped helping. And he doesn't drink, I mean, occasionally he will, you know, have a glass of wine or something, and you can tell when he does because he definitely gets more congested. But it seems to be all the other stuff is just not working anymore. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I've heard of some essential oils, but I don't remember what they were. So if anybody out there knows anything about that, please let me know. Thank you so much. Okay, lots of pressure, a lot of pressure in the pelvic area and my rear end area, so I can only sit for so long before it feels like I have to have a bowel movement, which I don't. But baby is putting so much pressure on my butt and my pelvic floor that it's getting extremely uncomfortable. So I'm trying to stay moving as much as I can, and I'm spending a lot of time in the pool. Pressure is good because I need the pressure to open the cervix so we can get this underway when it's time, but it's also really painful. So there's that fine line of balance in between how much pressure can I stand before I have to get in the pool, and you know, how long can I spend in the pool before I need, you know, to get out and get pressure going back down there again to keep things progressing forward. But I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel now. It is that quickly approaching. I mean, I'm into 36 plus now, and we are talking about inducing at 39 weeks. And so there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I only have 2 more weeks though before I go back to work. So I feel like I'm in a time crunch there, just because I would like to have a plan. I'm a person who plans ahead, and I like to know my next move. So that's just kind of, you know, unnerving for me at this point. But as things move forward, I will, you know, get a plan going and that kind of thing. Baby's still very happy in there. She's still moving around quite a bit. She's still flipping from transverse to head down to breech. She's kind of all over the place. At the 33-week appointment I had, it was a midwife that I saw that day, and when she tried to check position of the baby, she was like, oh, there's baby's head. And of course, as soon as she felt, baby moved, and then she flipped around. She goes, oh my gosh, she totally just flipped around. And I was like, yeah, I told you. that's what she's doing. And so then she was transverse for like the next couple of days. She doesn't like to be messed with. So if she is head down and you start messing with her, she will flip immediately, which of course is not something we want to do. So we are checking out spinningbabies.com and some other things like that, trying to do those exercises and keep her head down. But of course, as soon as I go to the doctor and they try to figure out where she is, if she's head down, she flips around again. So it's a bit frustrating after all my hard work, but at least I know she is still flipping around enough to where she has movement, she has room and movement enough to do that, so that's okay. On the bright side, my appetite has increased a little bit. Unfortunately, as you can tell, it is still really hard for me to catch my breath. as she is growing. She has not dropped, so it is hard for me to breathe, and my eyes apparently are bigger than my stomach, and it feels like I'm still overeating even though I'm not. It's still not a normal size portion for me, what I would be eating would I not be pregnant. So that is still weird for me to look at a plate of food and not be able to eat it, because it's not even a normal size portion. But I'm doing the best I can. I've increased my meals throughout the day and snacks, so I guess that is something. And that also is helping with the feeling so full that I want to explode. So I'm not feeling like I'm going to explode, but after I get done eating, no matter what it is harder to breathe. I'm just trying to keep my meals and my snacks a little bit smaller and eat more frequently, and that does seem to be helping, which is a good thing. My skin under my nose is still breaking out, and it's still really dry, and it's just under here, and it's very irritating. But I have read that that is due to the increased hormones as your body prepares for birth. So that's a good sign. Anything that I can look at and hold on to say, yes, we're almost there. We're almost there, makes me feel better. I have started Hypno-Babies. It's not that I am totally against a medicated birth. We'll see. So if anybody has any good positive stories about Hypno-Babies, please leave me a comment or shoot me an email. I would love to hear some positive stories about Hypno-Babies. I've been obsessed with the stories on YouTube. I've been watching them, as many as I can get my hands on YouTube. I think I've probably watched the same ones a few times, but they do give me encouragement, and so I'm hoping. My cousin just had a baby, and she did Hypno-Babies, and she said it was fantastic. Her labor and birth was only 3.5 hours. That makes me nervous, but as far as the Hypno-Babies part goes, she loved it. It was the best experience for her. It was everything that she wanted, and so I'm crossing my fingers that I can use it to manage pain, at least, if that makes sense. So I finally got my car seat ordered. We ordered a new stroller, and we've received that months ago. I was probably 6 months pregnant when we got that. I did a lot of research, and again, a lot of it was on YouTube. I watched a lot of review videos on this particular stroller, fell in love with it. We got it in the mail, and it has been amazing. I love this stroller. When I get the car seat in, I will do a video for you guys, because it is so, I just love this stroller, and Tate loves it too. And that's the reason we got this stroller early, is because I wanted to try it out with her while I was still working, to see if it was going to work for me to go to work with an infant and all of these things, and it did, and it's just fantastic, and I love it. I might have even already talked about it in a video before, I'm not sure, but anyways, when we get the car seat, I will put them together and do a video for you guys. I'm not paid by the company or anything. I just love that stroller, and so does Tate. So I'm hoping for as good of results with the car seat as well. I'm really excited. And then I have very particular reasons why I went with that car seat and that stroller at the same time. So I'll show you guys that when it gets here. On top of just feeling tired in general, having my mind overwhelmed and a little bit stressed out with the whole Thomas stuff in general, my body being tired, I am just feeling overwhelmed and not ready yet. Here we are at 36 weeks, and I feel like I still have a lot to do. I'm trying to get little things done every day, but I'm also trying to eat and drink and take a shower and just daily living tasks every day, which seems to be the biggest struggle at this point. But I'm chipping away at my to-do list. I have got everything washed and dried and put away. I've got a little stash of baby diapers and wipes. I am getting that area that I told you about ready to go. It's almost done. I worked on Tate's room a couple weekends ago, and so that is definitely coming together now as well. So there's a lot of things that are coming together, but then there's a lot of little nitpicky projects. Maybe people will call that nesting projects that I have that I need to get done. I did write a list, so I am focusing on those things and trying to get those all done. But as far as that, that's it. And that's all I have for my 36-week bump date. Again, keep your eye out for the giveaway for a T-name video. Thanks for joining me today, guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Leave me some comments below. I definitely enjoy reading them, and thank you all so much again for your support and prayers and well wishes. We definitely appreciate them. I will give you a 36-week belly shot, and then I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye. I'm growing out of all of my clothes too, so I have to keep pulling my pants up. Okay, alright, here we go. 36 weeks ago. It's a big one, guys. Okay, here it is. Double.